A lone figure stands upon the grasslands of Zerkath, legs spread slightly apart to offset the powerful wind that washes over the grass plain. The sky above burns orange from the setting sun. Gray clouds speed by overhead, driven by the high-altitude winds that earned the planet its name. Or at least the name it had before war and death marked it. Now it is better known as one of the many graveyard worlds scattered throughout the galaxy as a result of the Great War. Vegetation has grown to cover up the scars inflicted during the war, but it does not cover up the monuments that dot the landscape. These monuments are as different from each other as the dead whom they commemorate. Every species whose soldiers fought and died upon Zerkath erected their own monuments and inscribed upon them their own words of remembrance. The lone figure upon the plain is Arath, son of Dawn, an elder of the Maora people. It was the Great War that first brought him to this planet, and it is because of the Great War that he is here once again. Arath looks up to the orange and gray sky, his eyes drawn to something. A ship, as it skims through the sky high above him, a compartment breaks off and descends to the ground a few miles from where he stands. Although the tree line in the distance blocks his view, he knows it landed at the very place he traveled from. He timed his departure well. He was not ready to meet these newcomers. He does not know if he will ever be ready. Arath's memories from the Great War surface within him daily. Some days they bring happiness, most days heartbreak. He does not share these memories. He cannot put them into words and give them to another. And yet, it is for his memories the visitors have come. So he flees, leaving his kin to welcome them and fabricate a story as to where he is. But after doing this, his sons and daughters will come for him because they do not know the power of the memories that grip him. As the sun sinks below the horizon and the winds die down, Arath arrives at his destination, an almost white obelisk standing erect from the flat grassland. It stands thrice his height and its sides are rough, as if it was hewn from a great rock. And upon its southern face etched into it in common galactic are the words, in remembrance of every life lost upon Zerkath during the Great War. On reading these words a pressure builds within his chest. Words similar to these can be found on every other monument upon this planet. But the other monuments do not use a common tongue and were not erected on the behalf of more than a single species. The stark monument in front of him belongs to humanity, and it expresses the same generosity that was shown to him all those years ago. A generosity that does not set a distinction between one species and another, that does not claim the oldest lie, that my pain is more important than yours. The pressure in Arath's chest swells as if his memories are attempting to manifest themselves. And with this pressure comes a pain that can no longer be contained. The pain forces him to do what he has never been able to do. He turns his memories into words. The words are not sentences, they are at times not even words. Through his pain he makes noises and utters half-words towards the stone in front of him. And on each outpouring the pressure inside lessens. As calm returns to Arath, the words turn into sentences, and everything he could not say, he says. And every emotion he could not show, he shows. And when he has nothing left to say, he feels a peace he did not think he would ever feel again. Later, his children find him kneeling before the monument, his head and hands leaning against the stone. The light they bring with them, to see in the now darkness, does not cause him to turn his head. But when one of his daughters calls out to him, he gets to his feet and turns to face them. It is then he realizes it is not only his family that has come looking for him. The newly arrived humans stand among his kin. He does not recognize them, although he had thought he would. What were they? Great-great-grandchildren? Yes, his comrades' bloodlines would be quite diluted. No wonder he does not know them. But here they are, wandering in the darkness on a foreign planet with a foreign people. It doesn't surprise him. Humanity does not wait behind. His memories tell him so. And it is then that Arath knows he is ready to share his memories about the friends he loved and lost. Link to original text is in the description.